This is the book of Isaiah, chapter 2, verse 12. For the day of Yahweh of hosts shall be upon everyone that is proud and lofty, and upon everyone that is lifted up, and he shall be brought low. I'd like to give all praises and glory to Almighty Yahweh Yahushai. I'd like to give all praises and glory to Almighty Yahweh Yahushai. Double honors to the men of GMS who rule well. Peace and salutations to the hopeful elect. This is Brother Boaz on the set once again. Now, the day of the Lord will come like a thief, okay? And we hear, okay? We've been discussing this for numerous years. We hear, okay? If you want to be saved, you got toes down, call upon the names of Yahweh, Yahweh Shai, so you can make it out of here with your life, okay? We here, okay? We have to keep our posture and keep our integrity. That's what this is about. The book of Isaiah, chapter 2, verse 17. And the loftiness of man shall be bowed down, and the loftiness of men shall be brought low, and Yahweh alone shall be exalted in that day. Okay, so Yahweh alone is going to be exalted in this day. Okay, that's it. When he comes to destroy the earth, okay, well, excuse me, when he comes to destroy America, okay, that's what this is about. Of Isaiah chapter 13, verse 1. The burden of Babylon, which Isaiah the son of Amos did see. Lift up ye a banner upon a high mountain, and exalt the voice of them to shake the hands, that they may go into the gates of the nobles, where the Israelites shake the hand. These false Jews are going to pay for stealing our nationality and our heritage. I have commanded my sanctified ones, I have commanded my mighty ones for my anger, even them that rejoice in my highness. The noise of a multitude in the mountains is like a great people, a tumultuous noise of all the kingdoms and nations are gathered together. Yahweh of hosts muster the hosts of the battle. So Yahweh Shai is the one that's hosting and mustering the battle, okay? He's causing everything, okay? We seeing this thing come to pass, okay? Yahweh Shai is going to make a move on this so-called white man, okay? On Esau, okay? And you don't want to be caught on the left-hand side, okay? If you call on the left-hand side, you're going to be destroyed with this man when this man goes down, okay? Even they come from a far country, from the end of heaven, the Yahweh and his weapons of his indignation to destroy the whole land, okay? To destroy the whole land, to destroy America, okay? America is about to be destroyed. Okay, it's already written and prophesied, it's going to be destroyed. How ye, for the day of Yahweh is at hand. It shall come as a destruction from the Almighty. Now we know that there's still some other prophecies that have to be fulfilled, like the MOTB, the mark of the beast. Okay, but nevertheless, America's about to be destroyed. Okay, this whole country is about to be destroyed. That's why you have to come to Yahweh, Yahweh, while you still can, while the doors of mercy are still open. Therefore shall all hands be faint, and every man's heart shall melt, and they shall be afraid. Pangs and sorrow shall take hold of them, and they shall be in pain as a woman with that travel. They shall be amazed at one another. Their faces shall be as flames, okay? They're going to be ashamed in that day, okay, when this thing goes down, okay? They're going to be ashamed when America is destroyed. Behold, the day of Yahweh comes as cruel, both with wrath and fierce anger, to lay the land desolate and to destroy the sinner thereof out of it, okay? So he ain't saying to play patty cake with these people, okay? Yahweh Shai, he said he's going to destroy the sinner out of it. That's what Yahweh Shai is saying. He's going to destroy the whole sinners out of it. And if you want to make it out with your life, okay, you got to come into the name Yahweh Shai. So you can make it out with your, so you can escape with your life. Behold, this is second Ezra chapter 15, verse 1. Behold, speak in the ear of my people the words of prophecy which I will put in thou mouth, say Yahweh, and I will cause them to be written in paper, for they are faithful and true. Fear not the imagination against them, nor the incredulity of them that trouble thee, that speak against thee. For all the unfaithful shall die in their unfaithfulness. All the unfaithfulness is going to be, many is going to be put to death by Yahweh, Yahweh Shai. Many is going to get put to death, okay? Not some, many of them, they're going to get put to death violently. Behold, say Yahweh, I will bring plague upon the world, the sword, famine, death, and destruction. For the wickedness have exceedingly polluted the whole earth, and their hurtful works are fulfilled. Okay? And if you want to make it out with your life, you better call on the name Yahweh, Yahweh Shai. So you can make it out with your life when this thing goes down. Verse 2 Peter chapter 3, verse 9. Let's start at verse 8. And beloved, be not ignorant of the ones of these things, that the day of Yahweh is like 1,000 years, and 1,000 years is like one day. Yahweh is not slack concerning his promise, as some count slackness, but is long suffering towards us, not willingly that one should perish, but all that should come unto repentance. Okay, so in real, with all reality, when you heard this message, you should have came into repentance instantly. Okay, when you heard, you got your invitation in the mail. Okay, you know you're Israelites. Okay, you should have came back to Yahweh, Yahweh Shai. Okay, what's that about? Okay, you didn't come back to Yahweh Shai when he called. What's that about? What's that all about? Verse 10, but the day of Yahweh will come as a thief in the night, in which the heavens shall pass away with a great noise, and the elements shall melt with fervency, and the earth and the works thereof shall be burnt up. Okay? Tell me what's that about? When this thing went down, you didn't come back into Yahweh, Yahweh Shai? Okay, one moment. The book of Job, chapter 19, verse 20. My bones cleave to my skin, and my skin and to my flesh, and I am escaped with the skin of my teeth. You barely gonna make it out of here with your life. So if we catching this much hell, what you think is gonna happen to the one that's not obey this the gospel of Yahweh, Yahweh Shai, okay? If we catching this much hell, what's that about? The book of Job, chapter 15, verse 20. The wicked man traveleth with pain, and his days are numbered of years, is hidden from the oppressor. A dreadful sound is in his ears, and prosperity's destroyer shall come upon him. A dreadful sound is in this man's ears, okay? When this thing goes down, okay? A dreadful sound. When you're going to hear just a loud boom, okay? Urinate on yourself. Okay, be melted in with pain and fury, okay? When this thing goes down, okay? You're gonna urinate on yourself in that day. You're gonna wish you took a little time and got to know GMS doctrine, okay? You're gonna wish you would have put some time aside, okay? He believeth not that he shall return out of darkness, and is he waiting for the sword? He wanted to prod for bread, saying, where is it? He knows that his day of darkness is ready at his hand. The so-called white man knows this day is the day of the Lord is against this man. Trouble and anguish shall come upon him, and afraid they shall prevail against him as a king ready to battle. For he stretched out his hand against power and strengthens himself against the Almighty. He runs upon him, even upon his neck, every upon the thick bosses of his buckler, because he covered his face and his fatness and made clops his fatness of his flanks. He dwelleth in desolate cities and houses which no man inhabited, which are ready to become heaps. Okay, so the so-called white man, it's not looking good for the so-called white man. Okay, this war could escalate to thermonuclear real quick. Okay, this war could accelerate to thermonuclear destruction quickly. Okay, that's what this is all about. Verse 29: He shall not be rich, neither shall his substance continue, neither shall he prolong the perfection thereof on the earth. He shall not depart out of darkness. The flame shall dry up his branches, and by the breath of his mouth he shall go away. Let not them be deceived that trust in vanity, for vanity shall be his recompense. The MOTB, okay? That's going to be his recompense, okay? It shall accomplish before his time, and his branches shall not be green. He shall take off the unripe grapes as vines, and cast off his flowers and the olive. For the congregation of the hypocrites shall be desolate, and fire shall consume the tabernacles of bribery. Okay, can't you see this man's about to be destroyed? Missiles is about to be dropped on this man. Okay, shot on this man. ICBMs. Okay, can't you see this is not going to end good for the so-called white man? The book of Second Thessalonians chapter 2, verse 1. Now I beseech you, brethren, by the coming of our Lord Yahushua Mashiach, and by our gathering together unto him, that ye be not soon shaken in mind and troubled together, neither spirit nor by word nor by letter from us, that the day of Mashiach is at hand. Let no man deceive you by any means, for that day will not come except there come a falling away first, and that man of sin shall be revealed, the son of perdition. Okay. And the so-called white man's already revealed to be the Edomite. Okay, he's revealed. Okay, his true identity he can't hide anymore. He's the Edomite. Okay, the sons of perdition. Verse 4: For who opposes and exalts above all that is called power, that is worshipped, so that he that's power sits upon the temple of power, showing himself as a be power. Remember ye not that I was with you, yet with you I told you these things, and ye know now we withholded him, that he might be revealed in his due time. For the mysteries of iniquity already do work, only he that now will let it until he be taken out of the way, and then shall the wicked be revealed, whom Yahweh shall consume away with the spirit of his mouth, and shall destroy with the brightness of his coming, even him whose coming is after the working of Satan, with all power, signs, and lying wonders. And when all deceitfulness is unrighteousness is the perish, because they receive not the love of the, that they might be saved. For this cause power has sent them a strong delusion, that they should believe a lie, that they might be damned who believe not the truth, but had pleasure in unrighteousness. Thanks always to power for you, brethren, beloved, because power has because power has began to chosen you for to salvation through the sanctification of the spirit, belief of the truth. Okay, so this man's gonna be destroyed. Okay, the so-called white man's gonna go down. The book of First Thessalonians chapter 5 verse 1. But of the times and the seasons, brethren, ye have no need that I write unto you. For you yourself know perfectly that the day of Yahweh will come as the same as a thief in the night. For when they are saying when they are saying peace and safety, then sudden destruction will come upon them as they travel upon a woman with child, and they shall not escape. But ye, brethren, be not in darkness, that day shall overtake you as a thief. So it's going to come quickly. Okay, the day of Yahweh Shai is going to come quickly. It's going to catch the majority on people like a thief. Turn to the book of Luke. The book of Luke, chapter 21, verse 22. For these be the days of vengeance, that all things written may be fulfilled. But woe unto them that are with child and give suck in those days, for there shall be great distress in the land and wrath upon his people, and they shall fall by the edge of the sword, and they shall be led captive unto the nations, and Jerusalem shall be trodden down of the Gentiles until the times of the Gentiles be fulfilled. And there shall be signs in the sun and in the moon and in the stars, and upon the earth distress of nations and perplexities, the sea, and shall waves be warring, men's heart failing them for fear and for looking at those things which are coming on the earth. For the power of heaven shall be shaken, and then shall we see the Son of Man coming in the clouds with power and great glory. And when you see these things come to pass, then look up and lift up your head. Hereby your redemption draws nigh. And when he spake this parable, behold, the fig tree and all the trees, when they now shoot forth, ye see them, and ye know now to yourselves that the summer is nigh at hand. So likewise ye shall see these things come to pass, and ye know that the kingdom of power is nigh at hand. Verily I say unto you, this generation shall pass away, for till be fulfilled, heaven and earth shall pass away, and my word shall not pass away. And take heed for yourself, lest at any time your heart be overcharged with the suffusion and drunkenness and cares of this life, and so that they come upon you unaware. For as a snare shall come upon all the earth that dwells on the face of the whole earth. Watch therefore and pray always that ye may be accounted worthy to escape these things, that ye might that shall come to pass, and to stand before the Son of Man. Okay, so this thing is going down. The book of Zephaniah, chapter 1, verse 14. The day of Yahweh is near, it is near, it hastens greatly, even a voice of the day of Yahweh, the mighty man shall cry there bitterly, okay? That day is a day of wrath, a day of trouble and distress, a day of wastedness, a day of desolation, a day of darkness and gloominess, a day of clouds and thick darkness, okay? That's what this is all about. the book of Malachi, chapter 4, verse 1. For behold, the days come as that shall burn as an oven, and the proud, yea, all that do wickedly shall be stubble, and that day shall come and burn them up, say Yahweh of hosts. They shall not leave them neither root nor branch. Okay. The book of Jeremiah, chapter 46, verse 10. For this day is a day of Yahweh, power of hosts, a day of vengeance, and he may avenge himself him of his adversaries, and the sword shall devour, and it shall be slated and made drunken with their blood. For Yahweh, power of hosts, shall have a sacrifice with the north country by the river Euphrates. The book of Jeremiah 47, verse 10. Cursed be he that does a work of Yahweh deceitfully, and cursed be he that keep his back is sore from blood. Okay, by coming into this truth and telling the truth what's happening with this man. Okay, one moment. 47:6. The book of Jeremiah 47, verse 6. O thou sword, be of Yahweh, how long will thou be arid and be quiet? Put forth thyself, and thou scabbard, rest and be still. How can it be quiet, seeing Yahweh has given it a charge against Ekron and against the seashore, and there he have anointed it. Okay, so how can Yahweh Shai sword be quiet? Okay, he's destined it out to be on these so-called white people. Okay, so to make them desolate and destroy the sinner out of it. Okay, and also not just the Edomites, the 2/3. They have to get it. They have to catch it violently and come back and be reincarnated. Okay, and all the other nations. Okay, that's what this is all about. Okay, get you my scripture. The book of Jeremiah, chapter 15, verse 16. Those words was found, and I did eat them, and those words was unto me a joy and rejoicing of my heart. For I am called by thou name, O Yahweh, power of hosts. I sat not in assemblies of mockers, rejoicing. I sat alone because for thou hast filled me with indignation. Why is my pain perpetual and my wound incurable, which refuses to be healed? Will thou be altogether like unto me a liar and a waters that fail? Therefore, thus say Yahweh, if thou return, then I will bring thee again. And if thou shalt stand before me, and if thou takes forth thou precious from thou vows, and shall be as my mouth, let them return unto thee, but not return unto them. And I will make thee unto this people a brazen brass wall, and they shall fight against thee, but they shall not prevail against thee. For I am with thee to save thee and deliver thee, says Yahweh. I will deliver thee out of the hand of the wicked, and I will redeem thee out of the hand of the terrible. Hopefully you as well. I'd like to give all praises and glory to Almighty Yahweh, Yahweh Shai, Shalom.